Welcome to What Car, What Time. Today we are doing a road review of the new Multivan T7, the E-hybrid version. Looks a lot better. It looks more futuristic, more like the ID bus, the coming ID bus, you know, so you get more of an electric feel. Well, it's half electric because it's a plug-in, but it looks really nice. You get this LED stripe in here. It has a better presence. This version is the long version. It got long overhang, so it's 20 centimeters longer. You can get it in 497 centimeters, and this one is 517 centimeters. When you read this out, it doesn't sound very good. Bully. But in Volkswagen Transporter terms, this means bus and delivery van from the olden days. Pretty sleek in its dimensions, even though it's a big car. It's nice in this two-tone color. I like the color. It's 190 centimeters high. It's a bit shorter than the last version, and it's also a bit shorter in width, so it's a bit more manageable in traffic. You cannot get this in 4Motion, four-wheel drive anymore. You have to step back to the older version, the T6 version, to get that. Also, the back looks a bit more sleek. It looks good. The aerodynamics of the car has been improved. They have sealed a lot of the undercarriage and also done something with this spoiler, as they call it, to give it less drag. The engine is 1.4 liter, and you get a battery of 13 kilowatt hours, which gives you about 50 kilometers in range. 218 horsepower, which makes 0 to 100 kilometers in 9 seconds flat. So it's pretty brisk. When you step inside, this is where this car shines. The airiness in here is fantastic, and this splitted panoramic roof makes you feel like you're still outside. It's tinted, so when the sun shines bright, it dampens it. Pretty comfortable. And at the helm, it's refurbished. It looks clean, and it's a bit plastic everywhere, but you don't really bother about that, I think. You still get those sliding touches here and sliding controls. They're a bit annoying still, but something that I like is that you get physical buttons on the steering wheel. Before, or in some other models, you get them in semi-haptic, which I don't like, so thank you for that. The gear lever at an arm's length, very well placed. And the chairs, you get armrests on both sides, so you sit very, very good, and you just want to go for long journeys in this car. You get a good overlooking view, and everything is in reach, as it should be in a van. Sliding doors. The kids love those sliding doors, and they can just run in here because there's 3.5 square meters of space back here. Of course, that is when you remove all the chairs, but anyhow, that gives you a lot of space. So those chairs here, let's just close the door. You get arm rests here as well, so you sit really, really good. Those are a bit narrower, those chairs in the back. You get a little table here. That's very, very nice. And what you can do more, because there's a rail system in this car, so you can put these chairs in so many positions. You can change the back seats as well, and you can recline them. Yeah, I don't know how much you can recline them, but yeah, you get a very good relaxing position there. That's good. But what I wanted to show you is this one. You slide this one back like that, and you push that button, it goes up, and then you got your little dining table here. This is really nice, and you got cup holders everywhere. There is a lot of storage. There's storage underneath the seats. There's storage here. I mean, this is a car that you should take for a long journey. You can have so much stuff in it. So this table is very neat, and it's very simple to just tuck away. USB-C chargers down here, and of course a button to open the sliding door so you can just step out easily. And up here in the roof you get the digital climate control for the back. Another thing is that they've place the battery pack in front of the back axle, so there's no interference in the trunk. It's very low, so you can easily put stuff in, shove them in, and you get this parcel shelf here, which you can put some stuff on. It's pretty good. And this long overhang, which you get here, it's 20 centimeters longer, so yeah, you get about 20 centimeters of extra cargo space. The key feature with this car is how you can take out the chairs and also rearrange them in so many ways. You can't put these into conference style because they don't have an integrated seat belt, but you can choose that. That's extra option. So I'm going to show you how to pick out these chairs. Extremely quick and easy. Bum, bum, and they're out. So if you want to load up with a lot of stuff, it doesn't take you more than 2 minutes to take all the chairs out. And when you want to put them back in, you just slide them in. Very, very easy. And these chairs has been reduced in weight by 25%. There is something about cramming a lot of people into one car and just take off on a journey, and that you don't need a second car to transport a lot of people. The more the merrier. It's more fun. And what's more fun is that everyone sits comfortable, you know, with these armrests, big individual seats, and they got headroom, plenty of headroom and plenty of leg room. And it's soft on the road as well. I really like this car. Even more comfortable when it's running on electricity. As now, it's very quiet. The gearbox is smooth. And that is also pleasant for all the passengers in the car, not to hear that engine roar. But this engine doesn't roar either. It's pretty quiet. Even when it steps from electricity and into petrol mode, the engine kicks off. You barely notice it. There's been some popular and bigger MPVs, like for instance the Chrysler Lancia Voyager, the Mercedes V-Class, Honda Odyssey, and of course this one, the Multivan, which grew out of the Transporter. But this one, the latest one, the T7, is by far the best of all of these. So here in Sweden you can choose between a diesel version and this plug-in version, which we're driving now. So in electric mode it holds rather good. 0 to 100 in 9 seconds flat. And that's enough for this type of car. Sport mode. Yeah, kick off. It says boost. You know, this is enough. This is fast enough. You can floor it and it's just electric. It doesn't go into the petrol engine unless you really do a kick down. The brakes, they're good. A lot of plug-in hybrids, they have a tendency of not, you know, you don't really know where does it regenerate and where does that real brake feel kick in. But this one is pretty good all the way through. On some twisty roads, feels like a smaller car and it's rather nimble. When you buy into a bigger van like this, you know, I don't mind that it leans and it feels like a big car for the people carrier that it is. You know, you buy that. I accept that. But this one, it's even better because it's a bit sporty. And with the DCC, the dynamic chassis control, you can set it in 15 different steps. So that option, that is something to go for. And the thing is that when you're driving comfort, comfort is 3 steps above or 4 steps above. No, 3 steps. What is it? 1, 2, 3. 4 steps above the most comfortable. You can set it in if you get into individual mode. And in that most comfort setting, it's really, really soft. Then you can adjust the steering, comfort, sport. You can put the drivetrain in sport, eco, comfort. Lighting assistant, comfort, all right. On very smooth surfaces, it's like cotton smooth when you're driving along in the best comfort setting. But all of a sudden, when you drive over some uneven roads or like a sewer lid, it shakes and it bounces and it gives the whole chassis, you know, like an amplified strike. It's very, very unpleasant. Of course, it's better than most MPVs and bigger people carriers, but that is something that is a bit annoying. All in all, this is a superb MPV and the comfort level is still great. It shows the strong market of the SUVs that this is actually better. Space, practicality, and that the driving experience has become a lot more sophisticated. It is more upmarket inside, and the proper car platform makes it easier to handle, even for those who are a bit afraid of vans, and that these are difficult to maneuver on a daily basis. If you are still very intrigued and sold by the thought of having a big SUV, and that it is better, try this one first. Sure, you don't get 4Motion, which I can say would be appreciated for the car this size, but apart from that, this is more cool. It brings another attitude, a practical attitude.